Salam, hello, it's Rick Lambroff from Taheri Exchange, the currency strategist / commodity strategist at Taheri Exchange. Starting from last week, we have the same issues continuing again, and this is going to continue for the rest of the summer. It wouldn't surprise me. We have the EU issues, which is basically Greece, and the many other nations that are following through with these bank issues, default payments, bankruptcy, you name it, it's out there. And right now we see huge surge in the US dollar, and that's all due to the risk aversion, the safe haven dollar being selected again, and the precious metals being heavily affected by this. But more so today, we saw precious metals riding a pretty good wave with the US dollar. Overall, US dollar, I've been looking at it from a technical point of view, and for all our Persian sellers, you're benefiting tremendously from these rates. We are reaching 103.48 to 103.94, the key resistance area. That's the peak that I see. If it breaks higher, same trends happened in September, around that time, 2011, and the financial crisis, 2008. From a technical point of view, from all traders, we see the same trends happening like we saw the last financial crisis in 2008. Will this happen again? That's the question we're all questioning ourselves, is how, and if it does happen, what's going to happen to the financial system? So right now, the European issue is dominating all headlines and causing major flock to US dollars. Central banks are updating their or increasing their gold reserves. So this is a good thing, because from a precious metal perspective and for investors out there who are looking for an alternative investment, precious metals is a very good, viable option. So this is the key issue that I'm looking at, and I see continuing on for the next week on board as well. One of the things that I look at that is of interest for me and maybe for other viewers is that Germany obviously is the main contributor to the European strength. Now, obviously, they had their German bonds, or bonds as they call them, that they would like all their European partners to participate and save the euro, as we should say. The question I have is Merkel going to stay in power with these austerity measures that she's enforcing to the rest of the weaker European nations? IMF is saying, relax. Merkel and her administration is saying we got to continue this. So will the pig nations, Portugal, Italy, Spain, Greece, will these nations follow through? Greece is the first step. Will the others follow through? That's the question we're all following. And the main trigger for that is if Greece and markets expecting Greece to leave, that's not really the big issue. It's who's going to follow through next. And Spain could be that next player. And Italy. Germany and France, more so Germany, deals heavily exporting with Italy and France. So this is all playing into the markets right here. But overall, as I mentioned, US dollar sellers, loving the market, keep on selling. Call us, we'll give you a good rate. Don't forget, Taheri Exchange is there to provide the best service we can and provide you a competitive rate.